Hey everybody, welcome back. Well, this is the day after our inspections, and I'm up here to make some corrections and some changes that they'd like done. But some of the things, there's a lot of little things. Like for one thing, he said he wants the mud rings on all the metal boxes, which is the little cover plates that go. I'm looking, I might have some down here somewhere. Yeah, I got some down here. This is a mud ring. Goes right on the boxes. So goes on there like that. I left them off on purpose because I figured he'd want to see back in there. He wants to make sure I've got that ground wire hooked to that little green ground screw in there. And have, if there's more than one ground wire in there, have them twisted and crimped together. He wanted to see all that. So I left the mud rings off. So that was one of the things that he wrote on my list of things to do, which that was going to happen anyway. No big deal. A couple other things. He wanted me to move a couple of smoke alarm boxes. You'd think, no big deal. But that's a little bigger deal because when you got to move those, you got to strip out all the big long wires I already ran and run longer ones. That's why this wire is hanging down here on the floor. I got it partway stripped out. It went from that box up there that faces into the master bedroom. This is the back side of the box. It went from master bedroom over there, up and over to a box that was right there by that red tape, which I've already pulled off. And now we got to relocate that box to up there at the top of that extension ladder up in the peak. So that wire is going to be a lot longer. And then once I get that in there, the wire that ran from that box right there all the way over the other side of the other end of the house over there was way too short also. So I got to put a lot longer wire in there. And then the wire that ran from that box up there, the other wire that ran from that box going across that way is also going to be too short because that box will be mounted up that way. So I've got a wire there that's going to be too short. The wire that came back this way is going to be too short. And the wire that went from there over to there, too short. So you got to pull all them out, put longer ones in there. Luckily, two of them that I pulled out, I have already reused in other areas that they were long enough to cover without too awful much waste, just a little bit trim off the end. So that worked out well. But now I'm going to finish taking this white wire down. Then I got to run a wire from that spool right there. I'm just going to run it up over the top of the wall there and start pulling wire. I got to pull it down through here and then pull it across through these rafters and then pull it way up there and nail a box up there and stick it in there and start stapling it all the way back over here again until I get it into that box, and then I can cut it off. So that's what we're doing right now. First step of this today's list of things to do. We got a bit of a reprieve for working conditions in here today. Just turned this on. Check that out. Almost 63 degrees in here. Better enjoy that while I can because it's sure not going to last. Not in November in Michigan. Today is actually the 15th, opening day for gun season for deer hunting. Which, when I was younger, I would have never ever missed an opening day. But now that my dad is gone, some of my uncles are gone, most of my cousins don't hunt anymore, and it's just, the want to is just not there without all the same camaraderie, you know? Time to switch. Don't need to be banging my head. Now, I can coil that up. I'll measure how long it is first, and then I'm going to have a box, cardboard box with just three-way wire in it. I have them coil up, and I'm going to write on them how long they are. Okay, I gotta go to the other ladder and pull some of it through a little bit, I guess. Staples, I guess I'm good to go. So, babe, after we go to the Staples store to find out if they really have staples, where's the next store we're going to? Actually, I only need to be up through there that far. So, put that one there for now. And ah, boy. Positioning is something else here. Now, ah, shoot. Come on. Okay, there's that one. Now, that box right up there. That one has to go up to the peak farther. I think I'm going to go up there, pull that box loose, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut some short boards, and I'm going to nail them across here on the top side of those couple of trusses there. I'm going to nail some boards across there, make it like a ladder going up there so I can lay on top of it to move that box up there farther and nail it up farther into the peak. And then I can take that wire that's hanging down there, where it's hanging right down here, I can take that up and stick it in the box and then start another one from up there going back this way or vice versa. Lay that one on there. Where's, oh, the short one's under my foot. I want that. About like that. Okay, one more board, and I can place my box out there. This board here is long enough it can actually nail or screw to 3 different trusses. Play my cards right. Ouch. I don't know if I can reach that. There's a screw I could get out there, but I'm not going to try to do that right now. I don't think. Maybe I can. It'd be mostly left-handed, though. I don't like the thought of that. I think I'll put this impact driver down on the boardwalk, catwalk, so I don't have to worry about it. Moving a little slow here. Got to be pretty careful up here. Okay. Now I got to get that box pried loose. I wonder, I might have a wire staple or two here. If I just had one or two, it would be good enough to get the wire in the box and hold it there. That goes down there. And I got a screwdriver down there. I couldn't leave my tool belt on and climb up here. It wasn't practical. So, and I can only carry just like one thing at a time or something. It's bad enough trying to carry a board and the impact driver at the same time, let alone. Okay. There, now I can get me a wire staple that in there. And then I got to run another wire from here down and over to that one in the peak down there. Okay, guys. I got up on that ladder there, pulled some wire up here and just hung it up here for now so I could reach it from up here and start making my way down through the other end. Judy's hanging out right down there by you guys. She was downstairs doing some canning, but I asked her to come up here while I'm climbing through the rafters just because, you know, she hears a big thud, she'll know what to do. Now I gotta. It might be about as far as we get it run tonight. Because I'm going to want you up here with me, and you got stuff down there that you got to do right now. That's probably close. And one of the other things the building inspector said we have to do up here is there's the people we hired to put the trusses up didn't put the boards in there. Some people call them a rat run, where you take a 2x4 and you lay it across a bunch of trusses, and it goes from one to another to hold them all on 2-foot centers. Keeps everything nice and sturdy during windstorms and everything. Also helps it for when you're putting your drywall on the bottom. They didn't do that, so we got to come back in and do all of that ourselves. He doesn't have to come out for another inspection. The building inspector doesn't. The electrical inspector wants to come back out and have one more glance after I get all his loose ends tied up. Well, folks, thanks for watching. We appreciate every one of you. If you like what we're doing, please give us a thumbs up. Leave us a comment. We love getting comments from viewers. And if you do like this kind of stuff, please consider subscribing and maybe share it with a friend. Just tell them, hey, I've been watching this guy and his wife build a house that doing it on their own after they're retired. Check them out. Give our name out. Yeah. Hit like, subscribe, tell a friend. Thanks. Bye.